betrayed by a kiss, crushed by the weight of every sin, yet love held him there. In the darkest night, hope was not lost, it was born. The grave couldn't hold him, and neither can your past. This is not just a story, it's your rescue. Have you ever stood in the middle of your darkest night, when love cost you everything and silence filled the heavens? Now imagine a man who knew betrayal was minutes away. Yet he stayed, he knelt, he served, all for love. It was a quiet upper room, dimly lit by flickering oil lamps. The table was set not for a feast of joy, but of farewell. You see, this was no ordinary supper. Jesus, the Son of God, the teacher, the healer. He wrapped a towel around his waist and bent low to wash feet, even the feet of the one who would betray him. What kind of love does that? The kind that breaks bread, knowing his body would be broken next. This is my body, broken for you. The kind that lifts the cup, knowing it would be filled with his own blood. He said it, and he meant it. Even as the shadows crept in, he was ready to walk into them for you. Night falls. The air is thick. Still, olive trees sway gently as Jesus walks into the garden. Gethsemane, the place of crushing. He falls to the ground, not once, not twice, but 3 times. His soul is overwhelmed to the point of death, alone, weeping, bleeding through his skin. Agony, not from nails, but from what he must carry. Every sin, every shame, every betrayal. He could have walked away. He could have called angels. But love held him there. He whispered his surrender. Not my will, but yours. This is not weakness. This is the weight of glory, crushing him before the cross ever does. Then footsteps, torches, voices, and betrayal. Not from a stranger, but a kiss from a friend. Judas, sold for silver, bought with sorrow. Peter draws his sword, but Jesus stops him. He will not resist, because love does not run from sacrifice. Chains are wrapped around the hands that healed, and the lamb is led away. Inside the high priest's house, they gather like wolves in the night. False witnesses, accusations, lies, and Jesus is silent. Not because he has no defense, but because he is the defense. Then he speaks.
You will see the Son of Man seated at the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven.
They tear their robes, they strike his face, they spit on the one who breathed life into them. And still, he does not curse, he does not fight, he endures. Outside, by the fire, Peter waits, he watches, he trembles. Then, "You're one of them," they say. Once, twice, 3 times he denies. "I don't know him." And then, the rooster crows. Peter's heart shatters, his eyes meet Jesus. Regret floods in like a wave, and he weeps, not just from guilt, but from love lost in fear. Morning breaks, but not with peace. The crowd is loud, accusing, demanding. Pilate sits uneasy, torn between truth and pressure. Jesus stands silent, his eyes gentle, steady, knowing, not defending himself, not lashing back, because he wasn't fighting to be free. He was fighting to set us free. The crowd shouts, "Crucify him." You see, the crowd wasn't just them. It's us too. Every time we choose pride over truth, comfort over obedience. And Pilate, haunted by fear, he washed his hands. But no water can cleanse a guilty heart. The innocent is condemned, the guilty set free. The hill was called Golgotha, a place of death, of screams, of blood. The sky grew dark at noon, as if creation itself could no longer watch. And there, hung the Son of God, hands pierced, back shredded, thirsty, abandoned, mocked by men he came to save. But hear this, every hammer strike, he took it willingly. Every breath, he gave it for you. The cross wasn't just wood, it was a bridge between justice and mercy, between death and eternal life. And when he cried out and gave up his spirit, the earth shook, the veil tore, heaven opened, the barrier is broken, and the world will never be the same. Even the wind felt still, the body lifeless, wrapped, laid in stone. A man named Joseph gives him a tomb. It looked like the end, hope sealed behind a rock. But oh, child of God, he was not finished, because even in the grave, he is king. The grave was only a waiting room. Then came the third day. Before dawn, while the sky was still morning, Mary came. Her hands trembled, her heart broken. She came to weep, but instead, she found an empty tomb. Stone rolled away, grave clothes folded. Silence, until an angel broke it. Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here. He is risen. Can you feel it? The weight lifted. The darkness cracked open. Hope came running out of the grave. Then he appeared, not with thunder, not with fire, but with her name on his lips. Mary. She turned, she believed, and suddenly, grief turns to joy. Death bows to life. She runs to tell the others, not a fable, not a tale. I have seen the Lord.
I have seen the Lord. He is risen from the dead.
Beloved, he was betrayed so we could be restored. He was crushed so we could be healed. He was forsaken so we would never be alone. This is not just history. It is holy reality. But the story didn't end in death. It ended in resurrection. It ended in victory. So I ask you, what will you do with a love like this? Because the stone has been rolled away, the tomb is empty. Jesus is alive, and so grace is alive. And today he calls your name too, not in judgment, but in mercy, in invitation gently, patiently, lovingly. Will you come?
And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. Historia Soteria, story of salvation.